Welcome back to What No One Tells You About Being Chronically Ill, because let's be real, it's a lot. This week, we are generally going to talk about medication. Not everybody who has a chronic illness does have to take medication or even is taking medication, but I do know a large proportion of people that are on medication and also a lot of medication. And I do believe that's probably part of your journey at some point, whether or not you've taken it or not. But I wanted to talk about it because obviously I'm on a lot of medication, but I've also been on a lot of medication, like trial and error. Some things work for me, some things haven't. And medication is like a whole other thing because I feel like not only are you taking that medication, but you're also dealing with the side effects. And when I've kind of talked about it over on TikTok, we've almost said like the medication's prescribed to solve a problem, but because of that medication, it can cause side effects, which then causes other problems. Which, if you think about it, it's just a bit backwards, isn't it? Really, because how can you have a medication to solve one thing, but then it causes other problems? Like it's crazy. Like for instance, like I'm on what am I on? I'm on citalopram, propranolol, metformin, nepofam, tramadol, and amitriptyline. All of which those medications make me do feel a bit drowsy, a bit tired. It can make me feel a bit nauseous, a bit sick, and that's just on top of what you're already dealing with as a chronic illness. So if you've already got like fatigue and tiredness, or like sickness and stuff like that, like it's almost just like amplified. And I remember when I first started taking amitriptyline in particular. Oh my god! Like trying to wake up for like a 5 a.m. like alarm to get to work, it was such a struggle. And it was one of the reasons why I ended up having to like give up my job, because I just couldn't get myself out of bed in the morning. With all that medication, I felt groggy, like I felt like a zombie for actual days. And I know a lot of people feel that way because obviously loads of people tell me, but again, that was something that I wasn't warned about before I was chronically ill, or before I was even having investigations for anything to do with my health. Like no one told me I'd have to be on lifelong medication, I'd rely on it, but it would also affect me to the point where I couldn't work anymore. And then it's like a catch 22, because you think, right, well, I'm going to stop taking it and try and manage without, but then you're really struggling, especially if you live with chronic pain. And yeah, it's just the most frustrating thing ever. And I had a pain management appointment recently, and I posted an update about it on my TikTok, and I was essentially saying that I felt very stuck and overwhelmed because I don't like being on pain meds. I don't like being on daily pain meds at all. But because they was unwilling to offer anything else, I didn't really have a choice. And I find that very frustrating because for some people, especially like people get addicted to things like this, right? And you can understand why, because they're kind of just being thrown medication and they're not being told anything about it. They don't understand anything about it. They don't understand any of the symptoms, the side effects, any addictive factors. And then they're kind of just left to their own devices. And you can understand how people can start to abuse that, not even intentionally, like it can just happen accidentally. My phone died as I was trying to finish that video. So this is the end of the video, but thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next one and drop me any comments below in the question box.